Hi, you guys. Leanne Holitza here at the Healing Studio. Thanks for joining me. If you haven't played with us before, you can get your own card by typing "me please" in the comments. Just know that there is a long slew of comments that come before we even get started from YouTube. Then I start there. So if you ever want to get early up on the list, that's where to go to get on the list and get your name up at the top. If you get approached by someone who says that they are going to give you a private reading, they are not associated with me. Be careful. Don't let that go down. And if you do let it go down, don't give them any money or anything like that. Okay, so we are going to be using the Elemental Oracle card deck today. Okay, and of course, as always, our Yantra deck. I am using the Galactic Federation Platinum Ray Spray today from Amanda Ellis in light of some of the extra activities going on in the sky. Also using Liberian Desert Glass, which this is to remember who you are as a cosmic being, okay? And know that you can be attuned to the energies and the magic that is truly about what you know, not what you're being told to see, but what you are feeling inside your heart, okay? Don't forget to stay in your power. Your attention is your greatest gift. All right. So we're using those as our little space holders. I'm going to say hello to the bottom of the list so you guys know I'm coming, but I'm not there yet. And just kind of letting you guys know too that there's a lot of download type energies in the air. Sorry, hold on one sec. So just kind of keep it in mind that we got a lot going on. So support yourself. Just a little announcement. The last events of the year are happening next Sunday, the 22nd. We have a higher self-mastery class about Earth energy holds and restrictions, which that's for my advanced students. And then also have intentions and affirmations for everybody and anybody who would like to work on the first 6 months of next year. All right. You can check that out here. I'll put my website up just for a sec. That's where you can find more, insightfulinspirations.com. Ooh, the first card just leapt out. Okay, so let's see what the week brings, you guys. First card is surrender. Okay, so allowing things to happen, but knowing your part. When it's out of your hands, it's out of your hands. You just don't need to be hanging on to it, okay? This is the card of the week that's going to help you with the energies. Honesty sideways, okay? So be brave enough to see. Be brave enough to see the truth, okay? Remember the Liberian Desert Glass is going to help us see our own cosmic gem, who we are and what our truth is. Being brave enough to say, this is what I believe is happening. This is what I know is happening because of what I see. I am not just going to take your word for it, that kind of thing. All right? So just be aware of those kind of energies coming through. On the end of the week, we've got acceptance upside down. Okay? So at the end of the week, there's something, see that little red square triangle? No, it's upside down. Something we just can't accept. Something that just isn't what we want to be seeing. We don't have to accept what is just because it's there or being told to us that we have to accept it. We can say we want something different. We are co-creating with the universe, and that's really important to remember. Okay. All right. Here is our 1, 2, 3. All right. So this is how you get your first personal card. So if you're watching right now, thanks for watching. I really hope you stay for the whole time because there is always good lessons that come through for all of us. When we see a card 3 times, it's for all of us. But if you watch this later, this is also a way for you to get a card. Okay. Tune in. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Ooh, 3. You're getting 2 cards. Don't let that persuade you on which one you're picking. Feel in your heart. 1, 2, or 3. Okay. Ready? 1. You are going to be working with time. Okay. And being disciplined with time. All right. So this week, that's going to be your superpower, is to work with time, focus on present time. If there's something that's coming up in present time that's from the past, focus on it from now, not from then. Remember your powers that you've had that you didn't have maybe when something occurred, really working with the energy of time. If you decided 2 was your number, you're going to be working with the growth plants. Okay, so this is very much realizing that growth is happening, and growth is kind of, it can be messy. It can go in different directions. It goes sometimes too in the direction of what is the easiest to do sometimes. Sometimes growing that direction instead of growing that direction. And sometimes we need to redirect the growth so that we go even where some places is not necessarily easy. Okay. If you picked 3, you're working with the South, which is adventure. Okay. Unknowns. And you're also working with the earth and being home on the earth and what that actually means to be an earth being at this time. Okay. So be adventurous about your own reality and what brings you home on the planet Earth. All right. Here we go. All right. I'm going to call out on the bottom of the list really quick. So Denise, Eli, Andrea, Gina, you guys are at the bottom. I promise I'll get there. I almost never miss a person unless they join the very last minute and I don't see them. So, all right. But we are going to start at the top of the list. National Geographic. That's funny. That's a really good one. I like it. All right, Gina, your focus for the week is the National Geographic. Animals, companionship, working with your place on Earth in all the ways of nature and all the ways that you are working in community with nature and what nature can teach you about your own health and well-being. Okay, that's your focus for this week. Kara, you're going to be working on speed. Okay, movement, get moving, get things done, put things in place. It is time to give yourself the opportunity to use this time to put a little more oomph into what you're getting done now. Okay, so it's now time to spend energy on really, not procrastinating. Okay, Tatiana, you're going to work on the north, which is about expansion. Think of true north, the direction of your own purpose. Let yourself stay focused on what's good for you. Make sure you remember you are good at putting putting this all together. Okay, so just keep yourself focused on your own purpose, and that will be all you need. Now, Crystal's asking me what deck I'm using. Crystal, you gave me this deck. It's the Elemental Oracle deck by Stacey DeMarco. It is cool. I agree. All right. Burnout proof. Oh, threw the card, shuffled it. You're going to be working with the animals too. Now, notice we're not just working with pets. We've got all kinds of creatures in here. So really start to explore, maybe in a meditative state, what kind of animals want to come to you during that day, and think about what kind of qualities that animal brings and maybe embody those qualities to some degree. Okay. Courtney, you're going to be working with joy and music. I love that there's almost always when there's a joy card or a joyful card, it's like got the violin in it or whatever. Strings, right? So just let the music shift you and be aware that the music does shift you. So pick wisely. Kimberly, I got alchemy and magic for you. Okay. So this is a good week for you to really kind of plug into how things can turn from this to that, how stuff can be transformed into something more profound. Okay. So you take the base materials and you like literally squeeze it into a space where it becomes something way more expansive and something that you would have barely ever imagined. Good week to do that. Sounds fun. Nicole, you got some storms a brewing this week. Okay. But it's cleansing. You can see the word cleansing there, right? Okay. Just let yourself be cleansed by the emotional storms, by the feelings, by what you are acknowledging is going on. Addison, you're working with the biome. Okay. Everything's connected. All right. Including inside of your own body. Okay. So really being aware of your biome health, be aware of how your body needs you to take good care of it. And also the earth. Okay, the earth needs us to take good care of it because it takes good care of us, at least when it can. All right, Jenny. Fire for you. Okay. So ignition. She's working with fire. Fire changes everything it touches. Okay. So purification, action, really doing is the element of fire. So just kind of play with it. Maybe even do the candle lighting thing every day, you know, kind of paying attention to the flame and what the flame kind of informs the inside of you before you get your intentions going. Diane, you're going to focus on the creations, water. Okay. So this is about, see how she's just like literally just like there's doves all around her. The water is transforming her. She has, and the water, by the way, is our life force, right? We need the water, and the water is very programmable. So think of yourself as programming yourself. When you drink your water, bless your water. When you take yourself to places, as far as internally, take a sip of water and tell the water to help you shift. Okay. It's also about focusing on emotions. All right. Mountain River. Hope you're feeling better. You also got water and creation. Okay. So more peaceful interactions, more willing to understand how you can take yourself to places that you didn't intend, by, not being, in alignment with the best possible thoughts you could be having about yourself and the world. Tommy, okay, third time's the charm and I shuffled. So you guys, Tommy also brought us to water. So that means it is for all of us to focus on. So I'm going to pull up the reading for it. Okay. Flow forward with grace and confidence. Be true to your emotions. Do not allow yourself to become stagnant in your ways. Creation in your birth is your birthright. Consider what is vital to your happiness and ensure that you seek it. This has power words in it. Power word in here is creato. He shall create. Okay, so creation energies for us this week. Thanks, Tommy and Stephanie, for bringing it to third time's a charm. It's for us, everyone now. All right, and Blossoming Lotus, I also hope you are feeling better. And FYI, for everybody who was looking into sound baths, tonight's is canceled because of illness, but we'll resume in January. Okay, Melissa, you've got magnetism and attraction. What are you attracting? What are you magnetizing? What are you drawing to yourself? Okay, so think about that this week when you are working with the energies, because what you're drawing to yourself consciously will be the things you want to work with the most, but also pay attention to things you accidentally draw to yourself, like, germs, and notice how what might have put you in alignment with that, and just kind of acknowledge that you can, move kind of, out of that alignment. Shannon, you got bushfires, fury. Okay. So it's okay to use some wisdom about, what you are doing, with kind of letting that energy of fire and indigenous wisdom and understanding to be the thing that drives you forward. That is okay to do. And that is what you're being encouraged to kind of acknowledge, but also notice what did your fury burn down that maybe is time to rebuild or time to look into in a different way. Okay. By the way, you guys, not that I don't normally plug documentaries, but I have to tell you, there is a documentary about some children being lost in Columbia forests. It's about an indigenous wisdom. It's called The Lost Children. I think it's on Netflix. If you're interested in that kind of world, it's kind of interesting to watch. If you have something you need to be looking into. Robin, the biome connection. Okay, second time we've seen this. So working on your physical connections, physical health, how your environment and your inside environment is working for you health-wise. Know that it's all connected, so be sure to take good care of all aspects. Chris, you're coming home to the earth. If you picked 3, it's doubling down on you. Make yourself at home in the planet, really noticing the nourishing energies that you can take in. Fresh fruits and vegetables, I hear from your guides this week, would be very good, especially if you can find some that, kind of are crisp and light, that can bring you up a little bit. Austin, you're going to be working with joy and music, letting the music shift you, intentionally bringing music on that will shift you, that kind of thing. All right. Elizabeth, you're going to be working with the desert. Okay? So solidarity, that's, a little time alone, a little time to reflect, a little time free from the littles and the demands, and giving yourself just time alone might be super helpful this week, okay? And even if it's only 5 minutes, it's better than nothing, right? Janice, you're working with the element of fire, okay? So set those intentions of purification and change, really alchemizing things into action. Fire's very actiony. So get yourself in the element of fire. I don't know if you normally buy the Amanda Ellis sprays, but if you do and you have fire, there's a fire element spray that would be good to work with. She has a water one too for us this week as well. But Janelle and Donnie, Janelle, you're working with your magic too, your alchemization, letting things kind of just truly transform into ways that kind of almost shock and awe you, even though they're coming from you. Okay, just really working on how can I change things for the better. Donnie, shuffled. So now you brought it third time's the charm. Guess the home is working on magic. Okay. All right. So this is for all of us. You guys listen up. I'm gonna read a little blurb about it. There's magic to be found everywhere you look for it. Everywhere you look for it. You are the magic. Magic is not a miracle, although it can sometimes feel like that. Doubt kills more dreams than failure. Have faith in your ability. Weave together all the pieces. Okay. Word of power is Magnus, which is Latin for magic, I guess. All right. So that's for all of us. Be in your magic this week. Don't let that inner skeptic be silenced. Do let that happen. Okay, Tiff, if you picked one at the beginning, you're doubling down with this is time. Time is your friend this week, working with time. And you can see, look, there's keys and there's different times going on. You can work with whatever time you want to. I'm also getting that you can put yourself in alignment with a time period that you felt most empowered. And remember, those powers still exist today. Okay? Kimberly, you're working with the desert. So some time alone. See how she's on the swing out there, just swinging. Okay, time alone this week will give you lots of encouragement to what is next. Juan Carlos, you guys are doing the household thing today. Okay, well, you guys are not that you share a household, but you are sharing a moment, right, on this thing. So here you go, both of you. So see, the couple, the people that are together that are getting the same cards, you guys can help each other with these messages. But you basically brought this into 3 times the charm, so it's for all of us. Ready? There is a difference between being alone or solitary and being lonely. Feeling confident to spend time alone is powerful. You do not need to so much work on developing simplicity. There is more to life than accumulating objects. You can be resilient and adapt to difficult circumstances. The word is sectus, which is Latin for separate. All right. So being in the power of separation. Hannah. Oh, you brought it again. Continue to talk about this need for separation. Okay. So Hannah, your guides are telling me that get separate from other people's opinions and ideas for a minute so you can gather your own thoughts. Okay. The element for this card is fire. So action. Hold on. I'm going to read a little bit more. A desert is seemingly lifeless biome, attracting low precipitation. The plants and animals on the desert regions are living in a very harsh and hostile environment and must be highly adapted to do so. About a third of all biomes on the earth are categorized as being arid or semi-arid, and this is growing. Temperatures, evaporating rates, and humidity levels help to classify a desert. The Antarctic and Arctic environments are classified as cold deserts because of the extremely low temperatures that freeze all moisture into ice or snow. The top 4 deserts in the area are Antarctic, the Arctic, the Sahara, and the Arabian. All right. So I could go on, but basically they're asking you to kind of acknowledge the harsh situations you might be living in, separate out from the harshness as best you can, but also see your own resilience during this time. Cynthia. You are working with passion. Okay, your soul is waking up to some new ideas, some new thoughts about what maybe could be calling to you. So this week, really work on that passion. Okay, what are you passionate about? What are you feeling charged about? What powers itself to draw it to you? Carrie, you're working with the wind of change. Okay, things are changing. All right, so just be in the change. Okay, let the change happen. Sometimes change is uncomfortable. Sometimes we want to rush through the change, and it's not necessarily good for us to do that. Okay, Sam. Okay, fourth time for the alchemy. So I'll pull it back out. Okay, so this is for all of us. Everybody listen. All right, Sam, you especially. As a witch, I'm often asked, this is, remember, the author, what magic is. It is a hard question to answer, and almost every practitioner who claims to work with magic would have a unique definition. For what it's worth, I see magic as weaving of energy towards a particular purpose and an alchemic synergistic process. Magic has at the heart of participation and purpose. Magic is about deliberate change, okay? Deliberate change feels really important, you guys. Deliberately changing things with your own intentions. Okay. Natalie, you are working with the atoms, okay? So you're building some things this week, everything kind of coming together. So just kind of think about the parts and pieces, almost like playing with Legos. This little thing and that little thing comes together to make something. So you just work with the building blocks of your life this week, okay? Notice what ingredients you might need to go acquire too. I heard that. All right, Tanya, for some reason you were Tanya. There were several Tanya in the comments. Oh, third time's a charm for the biome, though. Maybe that's why. We're all connected. All right, so I'm going to read this, guys. This is for all of us. Here we go. The whole is greater than the sum of its parts. You are asked for synergy at present. Be aware of the needs of others. You are part of the same whole. Consider working more closely with your community. The power word is conligo, which is deduce or infer. All right. So work with your community, you guys. I also hear that it's really important to work with your body as the community. So taking care of all the parts. Lisa, third time's a charm for this one. We're all working with time now. All right. So this week, see, this is why you got to stay till the end because you got to watch and hear all these messages that come through for all of us. All right. So you are working with time, as are all of us. Okay. Ready? Find out the causes of your procrastination or resistance. Do not miss your opportunities. Someone is wasting your time. Be aware of this. You have finite time on this planet, so use it well. The power word is disciplinatus. Disciplined. Disciplined use of time. I am definitely getting that for this week. Okay. Kalina, you are getting, the equator. To make equal. Okay, so really balancing out the yin and the yang, the do, the be, the singular self with the collective for you this week. Okay, really checking in where you can bring more balance. Christy, your focus for the week is plants. If you picked that at the beginning, you're growing and not necessarily always growing in the obvious ways. Sometimes the roots are growing deep and you can't see that. Sometimes the leaves are growing in the wrong direction, but either way, trust that you are growing. Kira, your focus for the week is to trust the rain. And I never can say this word. Fecundity. Fecundity. Oh, geez. Well, I'll show you the word. You say it. I've looked it up before. I know that this word always catches me. This is just basically, though, about knowing that sometimes our emotions kind of get we have big emotions, and sometimes they are nourishing something. Sometimes they're telling us something. So just really be in kind of the absorption of it. Okay. Finn, you're working with air and motion. Okay. So get moving the best you can. Really move. Taryn, you are going to be working with the dark matter. Okay. So this is mystery. See, your mouth has a butterfly on it. This is like, don't even tell anybody about it this week. Don't talk about what you're up to because nobody would understand yet. Okay. So just give yourself that space to work with the dark mystery. Crystal. Going to shuffle and get the message again. Dark matter, Don't necessarily say what's going on. It's okay. Things are swirling. You don't have to tell everyone what you're noticing. It's okay to keep it to yourself and just be curious and watch. Genevieve, you brought time into the picture again. Okay, so 4th time's a charm. This is for all of us. Going to read some more of this message for all of us. Okay. As you grew up, time seemed to pass very slowly and you couldn't wait to grow up. Then, conversely, as you aged, time went quickly and you knew it was running out. You have an innate idea of time, but what is it actually? Physics says time as a clock resides. Simple. Time also has been defined as continued indefinite progress of existence, but it is hard to put the definition into words without actually using the concept of time. Okay, so I'm going to go on to, I could go on about that, but I'm going to keep going with readings. Just kind of know that your use of time is really important and really keep yourself disciplined as best you can. Isabel, you are working with a venture. Okay, so South, putting yourself in the idea that life is an adventure. It can be an adventure of any type that you'd like to make it. Chris, you're going to focus this week on the oceans and being brave. Okay, really be stepping out and acknowledging that sometimes we are feeling like we are the only one doing something or the only one capable of doing something. And it's like, be brave enough to ask for help, be brave enough to see all of the people that are around you helping, be brave enough to see that nothing could be taken for granted, meaning like, you're appreciative of what you have because you know that if it was gone, you would miss it. Okay. Aaron, you're working with snow, which is silence and being quiet this week. As much time as you can find in the quiet would be awesome. Pretty simple. Joe, you're working with the north and expansion. Okay, so paying attention to your direction, your inner lighthouse, where your body wants to take you, where your mind wants to take you, what you want to focus on. Okay. Heidi, you're working with the west, which is completions, getting things done this week. Your week is the puzzles are coming together. That's nice. So finish those projects up with the discipline of time. Safari, spirit, you're working with breath and life. Okay. So you can see there's a heart in this one. Really giving yourself the time to really live this week. Really live in that body, be in that body, breathe in that body. Okay. That'll really help move you along. Stephanie, oh, I shuffled. We brought breath back. You too. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Feel into your life force energy. Feel that electrical stuff too with your heart, and feel into the idea that your body is like kind of an electrical being that is your experience as a soul in a body, and just really be focused on that. Gina. Okay. 3rd time's a charm, you guys. They're like throwing this together. I shuffled. Everybody gets to breathe this week. Good for all of us, right? I'm going to read a little bit. Focus on your breath. Allow it to guide your actions and flow. Fear often makes breath holding. Fear often means breath holding. Let that all go. There's a place for allowing. Oh, geez. This is why I need my glasses on, right? There is a place for slowing down your breath and being mindful of it. Take a deep breath. Rethink your strategy. Take a deep breath and pause for a few seconds before exhaling, which will train you to give yourself that little bit of time and space. The word is Zoe, which is the ancient Greek word of life. Okay, for all of us. Thank you, Gina. Okay, Andrea, I still see Eli, Denise, and Miranda. I'm coming, promise, even though we're about running out of time. Andrea, 3rd time's a charm for the dark matter. Okay, so mystery of the dark matter. Everybody listen up. This is what we're focused on this week. The word still has mystery, and this is the fine thing. Just because you cannot see it doesn't mean it's not there, the world, okay? You do not have to know the details of everything. Some things are better not revealed at this time. Have faith. The power word as mysterion, ancient Greek for mysteries, okay? So be in the mysteries. Don't have to know it all. Just embrace what you're seeing. Don't necessarily have to talk about it either. That's what that butterfly in the mouth is kind of indicating to me. Eli, you're focused on the sun and the light, and acknowledging that sometimes the sun can burn us if we're looking at it too long or staying in it too long, but also it brings things to light and shows us some things. So be in bringing things to light, but don't stay too long. Okay, Denise, you brought this again to us. The alchemy, the magic. You guys, it's a magical week. Be surprised, be amazed, but don't be scared of it just because it's unknown. Just be awake and aware, okay? Miranda, you are the last one besides my husband. Oh, dark matter for you too. Okay, so everybody stay in the mystery. It is a mystery time. There's big mysteries going on. It's okay. You can let yourself just watch. Don't be afraid, especially if you're being told to be afraid. Fear is not an option. Okay, Matt, your card for the week in focus is north, which brings us a third time's the charm. You guys focus on your true north, your truth, the thing that is true for you, not for everybody else necessarily. Okay, all right. Go be amazing. I'll see you. Yes, I will see you next week. I will see you next week. Okay, same time, same place. Bye.